What is going on, everybody? This is Shining Owl, and today I'm discussing some Breath of the Wild 2 information I would like to talk about. So, first off, the elephant in the room. What happened in the cave? Okay, that's not the elephant in the room. The actual elephant in the room is that giant-looking, creature that popped up, like, halfway through it. And my guess for it is, well, it's either an ally or an enemy. Okay, I think it's fully an enemy. It looks like a fun enemy thing. It's not a guaranteed enemy. It looks like a fun thing to fight. And, if you look at its chest, it has a symbol on it that's probably like a weak spot. Because, like, if you play Zelda, you know that bosses have weak spots. That's probably this boss's weak spot. So, there's that. This is kind of this is all unscripted, by the way. I'm kind of just talking about things that I thought I should probably talk about. In my analysis. Then you have the cave. Now, what actually happened in the cave? I think the first trailer is like maybe the beginning, and then there was probably like a dungeon, and then that cutscene where Zelda turns around in that first trailer. I forgot to get that image, so I'll just show the one where she's falling. But I think after she turns around, she falls off the cliff, as we saw in the trailer. And then I don't know how Link ends up in the sky, but he does eventually. And yeah, he ends. Yeah, this is all unscripted, by the way. I already said that. Yeah, and then the next thing that I think is pretty cool. It's pretty obvious what it is, but it's pretty cool. Being the Bokoblin and Stone Talus camp. I think that one's really cool. And on the topic of Bokoblins, all of them have one single horn now. They didn't have that in the base game. They didn't even have horns. And the Moblin, you only see it in one spot when he's using the back in time thing. I'll get to that in a minute. And it looks like it has like a stubby horn. I don't really know how to describe it, but it just looks like it has a stubby horn. And I think that's kind of funny. Then you have the last enemy I wanted to discuss, being like that big worm thing that's like underground, that Link has like the fire thing, like weapon thing, sword. It looks like it's attached to the shield now that I think about it. But that thing, I'm guessing that's maybe like a mini boss, or maybe like there's multiple of them and you have to kill them because it looks like it's attached to the top of the structure. Maybe this is in a dungeon and you have to defeat all of the things, and then boom, dungeon pathway open. Grumble, you did it. Okay, now let's get to the arm and its abilities. So first, you have the back in time one. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I think that's really cool how you can like make items go back in time. Like, knowing what Breath of the Wild 1's community's done, Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be insane with that ability. Like, maybe you can, like, throw a bomb barrel off a cliff. And then, I don't know if the Year Clan's going to be in this one, but maybe throw it off a cliff. And then you can use the back in time, pull it up from the cliff, and blow up a group of enemies. And then, the other one being, like, the Raindrop one. Probably showing the Raindrop on the screen right now. That, I feel like, is just, like, a little way to get up. Kind of like Ravioli's Gale. Revolves? No. Revivi's? God dang it. Ravioli's Gale. Why can't I pronounce Revolve? I think that maybe like makes that part of the structure like liquid, so it allows you to like swim through it. And another thing that's I think fairly interesting is how uh, you notice that on that platform that he uses the rain the Raindrop to get up to, that it looks like it has a little shrine on it. So maybe that's where he gets his like arm abilities. Like, I know there's some build games like, oh, blow up this wall and then you get the bombs later. I think this might be like that, except just, well, the raindrop instead. Yeah, and then you have some other things that aren't as important, like, oh, the shield and paraglider are redesigned. Okay, and then you have one last two things I want to discuss. First one is Link's outfit looks different. They may be saying, yeah, that's obvious, Shiny Owl. Please get to the point. And I think it's just interesting that, like, I wonder if that's from the cave. Like, maybe the champion's journey gets, like, maybe he gets injured and loses it. Also Ganondorf, or whatever the old person thing is probably capturing Zelda and stuff, because it's definitely evil. Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to discuss was how I think that, oh yeah, I remember now. I was gonna say something else, but okay, what I was going to say was, notice how all of the platforms that are up in the sky all have yellow trees on them. Now you might be saying that's probably just an aesthetic thing, and probably just in the trailer. There's probably green and red trees also. Yes, but like, what if the yellow is like connected? Because on that big beast, there is a yellow symbol on him, which is yellow. The stasis room and that back in time thing are also yellow. Maybe the trees turn yellow and show what that land was like before Breath of the Wild. Maybe the map from the ancient stories in Breath of the Wild. And the last thing I want to discuss is how a 2022 release date is not going to be happening. We know Nintendo. We know the first Breath of the Wild. It's likely that it's going to be coming out in 2023. I really hope it doesn't, but like, it's like that. It's inevitable. Alright, but that's going to do it for this one. For my unscripted ramblings about Breath of the Wild 2. Hopefully you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I need to plug that more in the beginning because that's what YouTube likes. Also, only 60% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you click that little notification bell, you have to click subscribe first, and then you can click the notification bell. It'd be much appreciated. So yeah, until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.